What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV back here for another predicted lineup video for you guys. We've got Southampton away, 3 o'clock kickoff at St Mary's. Antonio Conte did his press conference yesterday talking about the team news, and what have we got this weekend?
So no new injury news going into this weekend. We know Lloris, Bissouma, Bentancur session all still long-term injuries. Lloris, though, might be coming back after the international break. I think we'll have to assess him after the international break to see how bad his injury is. We know it was about 7 weeks, and it's been around 5 weeks, I think, of those weeks now. So he might be back after the international break. There were rumours that Sonny wasn't seen and he had an ice pack, but Conte didn't say anything about Sonny being injured, so I think he's going to be available.
And I think Emerson as well has recovered from, from last week as well. So as we were pretty much, let's start off with the goalkeeper in a 3-4-3 formation is going to be Fraser Forster, which could be one of his last games with the return of Hugo Lloris.
Yeah, and come back up against his old club as well. So hopefully he can know a thing or two about how to play against Southampton's strengths. And he stepped in admirably since Lloris has been injured. It's a fair play to Forster after a rocky start. But yeah, we expect him to play this one for sure.
So that's Forster in goal. Right wing back, Emerson has recovered, but we are going to side with Pedro Porro, seeing as he's a man in form at the moment.
Yeah, I think you have to build on that good performance he had against Nottingham Forest last week. Good attacking performance where he got his first assist for Spurs as well. And he's newly called up to the Spain squad. So I hope that should give him a lot of confidence going to the latter part of the season. So we're giving Porro another start.
Yeah, and all of Porro's good performances have come alongside this next man in Cuti Romero, who's going to be vitally important for us, as he always is.
Yeah, and we know his aggressive style is going to be super important when Southampton are, when they choose their moments to press high. He's going to be the one who we look to play our way out of trouble. So it's going to be important he steps up.
And in the middle of that back three, we're going to look at Eric Dyer. I think he's been playing okay last couple of games, Eric Dyer.
Yeah, another player who's been called up to England, internationally, but for England this time. A bit surprisingly, considering maybe he's not been in the best of form overall, but he's an experienced head who Southgate trusts. And I think, yeah, I agree. He hasn't made since that Leicester game, he's been decent.
Yeah, I love it with Eric Dyer. Like, if he doesn't make a mistake, we're like, all right, he's been all right now. He's been all right.
Pretty much.
But yeah, so Eric Dyer in the middle. On the left, we're going to look at Clement Longley.
Yeah, we think he's going to keep his place on the left-hand side, seeing as that might give an indication who we're going to play on the left wing-back. But we think Longley, who last game against Forest was all right, I think he's going to keep his place.
And then to make up that back five on the left-hand side, left wing-back, is going to be Ben Davies. I mean, there is a slight chance that PERISIC could get the nod as well, just because we've had a whole week off. But we are siding with Davies because I think that it gives us that defensive solidity down that side.
Yeah, and I think we would be silly not to just continue playing him, considering we're getting good results and performances with him at left wing back at the moment. He's giving us that solid base, and we look defensively sound. And also, I think it frees up Sonny even more with Davies there. So I think we should persist with it for now.
Yeah, completely agree. So that back five, let's run through it with you guys one more time. Fraser Forster in goal, Pedro Porro right wing back, Ben Davies left wing back, Romero, Dyer, Longley make up that back three. Looking at the midfield, the first midfielder we're going to talk about is the man in form, probably the most consistent player in the team at the moment, and that is Oliver Skipp.
Yeah, and he's playing really well. He's going to have his work out with James Ward-Prowse, the main threat in the central midfield for Southampton. So he's going to have to make sure that Ward-Prowse's influence is dampened. But Ollie Skipp is in great form. He's giving great energy to the team, a lot of fight, and he's got good composure as well on the ball. So I think he's got to continue his place, and he's playing really well. I have to give him credit.
Yeah, absolutely right. And alongside him is going to be another former Southampton man in Pierre-Emile Højbjerg.
Yeah, and yeah, another player who might know a thing or two about how to play against this Southampton team, or especially some of their better players. He's as well lately been in good form. Played really well in the last game against Forest. So I think they're forming quite a good partnership, Skipp and Højbjerg, recently.
Yeah, they really are, and it kind of like follows on from when we had Nuno and Conte. They were forming a really good partnership, and then Skipp obviously had that long injury and took a while to get back to to himself, really playing like himself. But now you're seeing it. You're seeing the partnership flourish. You're seeing Skip flourish, and you're seeing Højbjerg have better performances now as well. So those two in the middle, moving into the front line on the right hand side, we're going to give Richarlison the nod. Best performance in a Spurs shirt last time out. So it'd be very cruel if he was to come out of the team.
Yeah, and I think he's obviously going to be begging to get his first goal, and I think he'll want another opportunity this weekend. Kulusevski hasn't been in the greatest form, and I think Richarlison took his opportunity last week with a really strong performance, winning a penalty, getting an assist. And obviously, if we are lacking that creative spark and we're not in the lead, then Kulusevski can come on, but I think Richarlison deserves his start in this one.
And then up top, obviously, we're going to look at the main man, which is Harry Kane, and hopefully he can let Porro have a few free kicks tomorrow.
Yeah, let's hope so. Obviously, we're going to be starting Harry Kane, no doubt about it. Our top goal scorer. He's hit 20 goals now this season. Hopefully he can extend that this weekend.
And then to make up that final 11, Heung-min Son, we're kind of thinking if Perisic doesn't play, it will, like you said before, it will free up Heung-min Son, and he had a really good performance last time out against Forest. Let's hope he can build on that now.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that he can build on last week, because he's kind of had a few games like this season where he's played well, and then you're thinking it's going to be the start of something, and he goes back to playing poorly again. And so hopefully he can get some consistency now, and I think he can go a long way this weekend to showing that.
Absolutely. So let's run through that 11 with you guys. It's Fraser Forster in goal, a back three of Cuti Romero, Eric Dyer, Clement Longley, Ben Davies left wing back, Pedro Porro right wing back, Højbjerg and Skip as the double pivot, with Richarlison and Heung-min Son supporting Harry Kane, which is an unchanged lineup from the 3-2 win, or the 3-1 win against Nottingham Forest last weekend. If this is the lineup, what is your score prediction?
I'm going to go 2-1. I think we're going to have more than enough to equality in the forward line to really hurt this Hampton team, but they're scraping for every single point at the moment, and I can see them really putting up a big fight at St Mary's in front of their home crowd, so I do think they'll score, but I've gone for 2-1 to Spurs.
Who's going to get on the score sheet?
I reckon
come on, surely
Sonny,
Rishi's going to finally get a goal. Give Rishi a goal, come on.
Sonny and Kane.
Sonny, no, not for Rishi again. I'm going to go 1-0 to Spurs, and I'm going to go Rishi to get on the score sheet. I think Rishi is being left out. He feels left out of the scoring, of the goal scoring. So hopefully he can kickstart his season in this latter stage of the season and get a goal. Not one Premier League goal for Richarlison this year. It's time for him to get on the score sheet. But we're both going for Spurs wins. Sim's going for 2-1. I'm going for 1-0. That is our predicted lineup. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of the lineup and what you think the lineup will be. Like, subscribe and comment, and as always, come on you Spurs.